Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. I am here at Barnsport with the man, Scott.
Hi John, how you doing?
I'm very well, thanks mate, I'm very well. So we're here to pick up the red Peril over here. Can we go and have a look at it?
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Walk through what's been done and just to remind people what failed on the car.
So obviously the car was recovered to us with knocking engine, making some horrible noises. We looked into it and it was basically a spun bearing on cylinder 4, metal debris in the sump. It made a real mess basically. Bearing had spun, causing the knocking noises. Internal of the engines were gone. Not surprising given the mileage of the car, how it's used, been on track, etc. So time for a bit of a refresh. We've basically put a brand new factory Porsche short block in it. Along with a few other modifications. It's got deeper sump in it, got the X51 baffles, had some cylinder head work, equal length stainless headers, as well as a multitude of other things really. While the engine's out, we've done up and over brake lines, it's had fuel lines in it, it's had a clutch kit, gear change cables, everything that was basically tired, end of life, unserviceable, it's all been freshened, renewed.
There's a lot of rotten components in there.
A lot of corrosion in there. A lot of things have been powder coated and refinished. It's looking really good, running well, and it's ready for you.
Yeah, I'm great. So should we do the reveal then? Danny's hiding behind the camera there. I'm so excited to see it again.
I was trying to do that machine in the showroom.
There she is. I've missed this car. Oh, it's all. I left. It was filthy as well from the track day. Look, it's all clean.
Look at his face.
Oh wow. I'm just. It's something shiny as well. It's never looked this clean.
Yeah. So.
He's a detailer who's never been this clean.
No, it hasn't ever been really cleaned properly as well.
Our valet come in and did a day on it.
Mate, he's done a great job.
So he's done basically just a single stage machine polish on it.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, wicked.
So yeah, he's coated it all and it's looking outside. I mean, obviously we're in artificial light now, but outside, paintwork looks incredible. It looks absolutely stunning. So.
Famous sideways picture by the door.
Yeah, that's all ready to go.
I mean, it's never looked so good. Even the exhaust, the exhaust tips are all clean.
Pinky's aero stick has been so visible in those windows, they're so clean.
So one thing, with regards to running the engine in, Scott, what's the plan?
So we've done 100 miles in it, run it in slowly, and we've done an all-in filter change on it already. We'd say probably 1,000 to 1,500 miles, just take it gently, keep it below sort of 6,000. Don't be afraid to, drive it spiritedly, but I would avoid probably like loading it up fully up hills, things like that.
No redlining it.
No redlining it. Longer journeys in that period would be better rather than it sat at idle. And then after that sort of period of mileage, I'd be doing another all-in filter change, and then you should be pretty much good to go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And has it got the all-important? I'm not going to tell you the cleaning product used.
I mean, the engine bay looks fantastic now, doesn't it? Oh, wow.
That's what you're getting.
So that's the 16th engine you've built?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the all-important badge.
She's all looking a lot fresher. Yeah, we've got RSS engine mounts as well.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about those. Do you know what? There's so much we've done on this.
It's brand new.
Yeah, it's all just looking really, really smart. Lots of uprated bits, so it's gonna drive a lot different to probably what you were used to.
Yeah, it was always a bit. It was okay, but it was a bit kind of creaky.
Just feeling tired. Yeah.
I'm so excited. So once I've run this car in, I'll be ready next year, probably in February.
Yeah.
Take it around a few tracks.
Yeah. Get it on track, get it over to Europe, and just enjoy it.
I want to do Spa.
They like being used, so yeah.
All of the circuits.
Absolutely.
What a car. No, not this year. I mean, it's only ever done one track day and that blew it up, but hopefully now it's going to be.
That was bad luck.
It's going to run great. So guys, I'm over the moon, and the guys at Barnsport, this is what they do. All things Porsche, and you can see there at the background working on all these Porsches, which do suffer from engine problems, Scott. It's a bit of a problem with them, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So that engine's just gone back in that 996 for a few little bits. We've got another 996 out for engine work. Yeah, I mean, we're forever taking engines in and out, so
yeah,
it's a bit of a
They're old now, aren't
they're
they?
old.
Just
Things are getting old and used, and you've got to remember they've all done mileage as well.
Yeah.
You know, they're not cars that have done 20,000 miles. They're all sort of ticking over 100,000.
Performance engines.
Their performance, they've been used, they've been driven hard, and things don't last forever. Things wear out and they need attention. So, yeah.
This is 27 years old next year.
Wow.
So even if you take the youngest one, Dan is 2001, that's 24 years old next year.
Yeah, it's still...
That's 100k, 20 plus years.
Exactly, yeah. They need attention. And I think they went through a period, weren't they, where they were a little bit unloved.
Yeah.
And the maintenance side of things, they slipped.
Yeah.
So you'd service them, fine, but the list of advisories on bits and pieces to keep on top of, they never got done.
Yeah.
You know, that got left off the invoice, forgotten about. Next owner then got hold of it. That list has then developed into twice as
And
big.
a lot of the jobs are, you've got to drop the engine.
Yeah,
And
a lot
people
of them
don't want to
do.
drop the engine for one thing.
Yeah.
You do it when you need a multitude of things to do.
So in a way, it's never good when your engine blows, but for me, because I'm keeping this car, it's now been renewed and all of the other jobs have all been sorted, and I should have like a car that's going to be usable now, rather than knowing I've got all of these jobs that need to be done.
Yeah,
You've
quite.
done them all in one sitting.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be dropping that engine out anytime soon.
Not like you in the next couple of months, Dan.
You said this last year, it's still going. She's still going.
She's still going. You put the cursor on it. But finally, I just want to say a huge thank you to Scott, because
pleasure.
The stuff you guys do here is beyond the norm. You haven't just taken this and rebuilt the engine, put the engine back in. It's like, when you're doing that, the amount of things you've discovered and you've come back to it, it's like, John, we've seen this as well, we've seen this, you know, do you want to do that? You'd be crazy not to, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's like the clutch, it was on its last legs.
Yeah, it felt all right though.
Known that.
It felt all right driving it, the bite point was good, but when you get it out and it's actually worn pretty much down to the rivets.
Yeah.
Imagine if that goes on track.
Exactly. There's no more labour involved.
Or
You're just
mid-Germany.
in for the price for the part. So you're no brainer for do bits like that.
Yeah.
When in Rome.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. All right, Scott, well, thank you so
Pleasure.
much to everyone in the team, and I'm looking forward to the drive home.
It's going to be good.
Woohoo! Okay, guys, so I'm back from Barnsport. I thought I'd just do a quick final walk around and talk about the lovely red Peril. She is looking great, but more importantly, driving really nice, actually. Just the alignment on it is so much better. The clutch feels really nice and sharp. Gear change has always been really good, but the new gear linkage is good. It's got a really good gear change, this, for the short shifter. The engine's pulling really nicely. Obviously, we kept the revs down. It's just, you know, below 6,000. Just drove it back smoothly, and it didn't skip a beat. It felt like a new engine, you know. Didn't overheat. Oil pressure was good. And the car's looking lovely. And yeah, just driving it back made me realise what a wonderful car it is to drive. There's so many cool things about these 996s, but I remember all the work I put in on the interior to get the interior kind of how I wanted it. And even though these seats are a little bit tight on me, they are really nice. And so I don't think there's anything really I need to change in there. I'm just really happy with how that is in there. Love the interior. And I like it in this kind of guards red as well. Just kind of quite a cool colour for this car. Even the alloys are growing on me, the colour. I know some of you were saying get the alloys changed. Maybe at a later date I might just go back to silver or something like that. But so happy with it, with the car, and so much work has been done on it. The thing with all this is, so Porsches are prone to having engine issues, you know, in my limited experience of owning them, and the people, you know, that in the Porsche groups that I'm with, you know, lots have encountered engine issues. It's just part of the deal when you buy an old Porsche. But, you know, I think the question I had to ask myself was, do I want to keep this car for life? And the answer was always kind of, yes, I do really like the 996. And then it was, well, should you just break that one and then go and get another one? You know, break it as in sell the aero kit off, sell all the nice bits off the car and get as much money back as I can and go and buy another one. The problem with that is whatever you buy, if it's done more than 100,000, or if it's even if it hasn't really, if it's on the original engine and you're going to drive it really hard, the reality is you might be in for an engine rebuild at some stage with them. So I figured the fact that it had the sports Recaros, the Olims, I loved the colour, and I'd spent all that time getting the interior nice. I figured that, you know, I'll just get all the work done and have a really sorted car. And the cool thing, I think, with Barn Sport and what they've done is it's not just a case of, right, you need a new engine, we'll rebuild you the engine. It was more a case of, right, you need a new engine, we'll rebuild you the engine. But as they do that and they drop the engine on a 26-year-old car, there's all these other things, you know, little bolts, brackets, support bars, and all the other components and ancillaries and all the things that bolt onto the side of the engine. All of that's been refreshed and renewed, you know, starter motors, alternators, AOSs, brake up and over pipes that you can't really get to easily when the engine's in the way. Gear linkages are all rotten. A lot of those bits of casings and cover plates are all corroded, and what I really like about Barn Sport is they don't just sort of put all that corroded stuff back on your engine. It's all renewed, kind of everything was shot blasted, powder coated. Even some of the, you know, they had to weld some of the bars because they were a bit rotten. So everything's done properly. And then you're not just getting a sort of rebuilt engine, you're getting a car that's gone through quite a major overhaul. And it's all been done to budget as well, which was fantastic because so many other things have been done, you know, new clutch, new exhaust manifolds, the list is vast. So really, as well as just having a refreshed engine, and we've gone down the route of a new Porsche short block with this because Scott was able to get his hands on a brand new Porsche short block for a really good price. And if we hadn't gone down that route and we'd have refurbished and rebuilt the engine, we'd have also need to purchase a new crankshaft because we couldn't get a good second-hand crankshaft, which would be about £3,000. So just to do a bare rebuild, send it off, have it rebuild, would be a viable option sometimes. But with what we needed, going down the new short block route and you know, doing all the additional work as well, I think this has just worked out the most cost-efficient way to rebuild this car. So I can't wait to put like the 1,000 miles on it, change the oil, and then take it to the first motor circuit day to get some fresh rubber for the tyres. It's got some terrible tyres on it. Yeah, I can't wait because it drives so good. It's a really kind of torquey engine. Is it N96? Or, I can't remember what it's called, the engine. It's quite a torquey engine. It runs out of steam at 7,000 revs. I haven't been up, don't worry, I haven't revved it that hard since the rebuild. But normally, you know, you redline at 7,000. So some of the more modern Porsches rev a bit higher. So it could be nice if it was a bit higher revving, but it's it's a 26-year-old Carrera. But still, it's a really nice engine to rev through, and it really delivers the torque quite nice. And with the induction kit and the sports exhaust, it really like kind of, it gives a great noise. With the stiff Olim suspension and we've now got H&R anti-roll bar. It's another thing we've done because the roll bars are all rotten, and the stock ones you could powder coat them, but I think putting the upgraded H&R anti-roll bars on there was good. And the car just feels really nice and planted with the new Geo. Really good on the road. Turning is really nice and sharp, and it doesn't feel like a 26-year-old car. It feels like a really nice mechanical car in really good condition. So yeah, I'm over the moon. Really looking forward to driving it. Huge thanks to Scott and the team at Barn Sport. Done a fantastic job on this. Like a fantastic job. Amazing. So I'm really happy. So I'm filming tomorrow. I've got the dilemma now because I've got this thing in here. This thing's filthy. I need to, I can get both cars in this garage, which is kind of cool. So I'll probably get into the habit of parking this here and parking the red one over there, but it's tight, and then I have to wheel them both out when I'm filming. So I'll probably maybe keep one outside, but in the winter, it's nice to just have them both garaged, isn't it? But there we go. I'll drive them in the winter. I'm not worried about them getting dirty. Both these cars get used, I just want to put as many miles on both of these cars as I can because I love driving both of them. They're completely different actually. So I've been driving the E36 for the whole year. It's a lovely car to hoon around in, but it's not as tight as the Porsche. It's not as powerful. It's not as sporty. It's a bit vaguer, and the steering's not quite as crisp. But the chassis is good fun on this, and you can slide it, which is good. You can just turn off the ASC and spin up the rear wheels and slide it around and just rev the nuts off it. And it's good. Funny enough, designed by the same guy. So the guy that did the styling for the E36, designed the shape of it, also did the styling for the Porsche 996. What's his name? Pinky Lau, was it? That's what the Lau, Danny's Aero Club, Pinky's Tacos, I think it's called. So shout out to the Pinky's Tacos crew. There we go. So signing out, really happy. I've got a very busy week though, very busy week. So tomorrow we're working and filming a disaster detail with Martin, the guys at Fresh Layers, and we're sort of in the middle of that at the moment. We've got to get the wheels off the car and get them out for refurb, and do the rocker cover. Then I've got to do the interior of that car, which will be fun. Great car though, so I won't spoil the surprise on that one, but there'll be a disaster detail video coming soon. And then I'll get back on with the product reviews and stuff like that. So have a great end to the year. Thanks very much, and see you soon on the Forensics Detailing channel. Doug.